All right, we will start now. Hello and welcome again. I'm Saha, Market Development Officer at OETI, and it's very great to have you here today. Before we get into solutions, let's look at the situation that might sound familiar to many of you. A company spends months developing a product. Everything looks perfect on paper, the design is approved, materials are tested, and then very late in the process, they realize the fit just doesn't work. Suddenly, everything becomes expensive. Delays, rework, frustration. And the interesting part is this is not the exception, it happens all the time. And this is exactly what we want to talk about today. We will be diving into the topic of fit, why it's still such a challenge in product development, and how a more structured approach like Fit and Proof can help address it. Before we dive deeper, a quick word about our institute OETI. We are an accredited testing and certification body with decades of experience, founded in 1967, and a founding member of the Ökotex Association. As part of the Zurich-based Testex Group, we support companies globally with local expertise to improve products, processes, and overall performance. I'm very happy to be joined by two colleagues today. Dana, our country manager in the Czech Republic, who works very closely with customers on this topic and brings a lot of hands-on experience. And Miriam, our head of international marketing and sales, who will lead the conversation with Dana. We will start with the conversation and later on we will open the floor for your questions. So please feel free to already drop them in the chat at any time. And now let's take a closer look at the topic. Miriam, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Saha, for the super nice introduction and a warm welcome also from my side. So, Dana, to start with, can you briefly explain what Fit Improve actually is and how can Fit Improve support companies in meeting the European requirements for circular products?
Thank you, Miriam. And I would like to also warmly welcome all our participants of this event. And regarding your questions, Fit and Proof is a label for garments are tested not only for quality materials, but also for real life performance. It covers key aspects such as fit, workmanship, durability, and dimensional stability. What makes it unique is that the fit evaluation is carried out by our experts on real persons, so it goes beyond standard testings and look at how the products perform when worn, how it fits the figure of the size defined on the product. And this is also highly relevant in the context of the circularity. The other things is studies by the European Commission shows that products are often discarded due to rapid wear of basic materials or components such as accessories, poor quality or poor fit. And this is exactly where Fit and Proof label adds value. By improving these aspects early on, companies can extend product lifetime and better meet circularity requirement.
That's really interesting, Dana. Thanks. Where's the testing actually carried out, and what makes this location so special?
Our testing is carried out in our OETI laboratory in Žilina in Slovakia. This lab was established and accredited in 2025 to expand our OETI testing capabilities, and since December 2025, it has been offering the Fit and Proof label. What makes this location special is that it combines our technical expertise with the dedicated facilities for evaluating products in terms of their durability by simulating material and complete product test, and for fit evaluation on real test persons, allowing us to assess product under realistic conditions. We have an extensive database of real models in various sizes for women, for men, and for children. Based on a real sample of products sent by customer us, we can very quickly contact our model to carry out a fitting test. The model will realistically assess how they feel in the given clothing. And on this slide, you can also see the fit and proof labels, how it looks.
Okay, so now we know where the testing takes place. And what exactly do you test when it comes to fit? Which standards are being tested?
Yeah. When it comes to fit and proof label, we take a comprehensive approach and look at the several key aspects. We start by selecting a suitable model from our database based on the size chart for the product line being tested, which is provided by customers, of course. Then we carry out the fitting test of the garment both before and after washing to understand how it behaves, this clothing, over time. And we also carry out fit and ergonomic evaluation on a finished garment using real test person to see how the product performs when worn. In addition, we check size labels to ensure they correspond to actual body measurements and to identify any product defects. We assess product durability through wear simulation by individual test and fabric quality analysis. All of these is based on relevant international standards which ensure consistency and reliability of the result. And on this slide, you can see this international standard which we can use for performing of these tests, as I mentioned.
Yes, you already gave us a great overview of what is being tested. Let's take a closer look at what this actually works in practice. What is the basis of for a fitting assessment like this? What do you actually build it on?
We know that many textile products are manufactured in a commission work. The brand has a vision for the product, designs it, selects the appropriate material, and outsources the production of the garment to a sewing workshop as a commission work. But how can the brand be sure that the product was made according to its design specification and that it will fit a real person's? That sewing workshop use a good quality of the fabric, do a good quality of sewing and workmanship, and this is question also for customers. So the fit and proof label is an assessment of above aspect by an independent accredited testing laboratory that helps the brand even before the product enters to mass production to assess the initial sample and identify any potential products defects that could lead to the future compliance from actual users, thereby extending the product's durability.
Understand. And what does the manufacturer need to provide for the testing?
For fitting test, the manufacturer needs to provide both the product itself and some key information for us. We start by checking the dimensions of the garment as delivered and also aftercare, for example, after washing, to see how it changes over time. And in addition, the manufacturer provides important details such as the product name, size, material composition, care instruction, and design specification. A key element is also a size chart for the finished product, include the measurement which we has to received from the customer and the allowed tolerances for each dimensions. This information help us to assess the product accurately and compare the actual results with the intended specification.
So once everything is ready, when you say you also assess the workmanship issues, what exactly are you then looking at? Could you maybe share a few examples with us?
When we assess workmanship, we look at the overall quality of how the garment has been produced. This includes aspects like sewing quality, for example, cracked or unstitched seams or incorrectly finished details such as cuffs. We also check whether patterns are positioned correctly, especially for materials with structure or prints where irregularities can easily occur. In addition, we look at the fabric itself, for instance, uneven coloring, loose threads. We look at also some defect like small holes. And finally, we evaluate the finishing of the product, such as printing quality, ironing marks, or stain from the production process. And on this slide, you can see an example of an incorrectly positioned button. And on this slide, you can see an open seams. This was checked during the fit and proof label.
Miriam, you are muted.
Yes,
It's okay.
very interesting to see the pictures. Thank you, Dana, for the examples. But another interesting aspect is that you work with real people during testing. That makes what makes testing on the real people so valuable, and what needs to be considered when selecting participants for the test.
Testing products on real models is a key feature of our fit and proof label. As we mentioned in the introduction, surveys conducted by the European Commission have shown up to 28 of respondents believe their product can no longer be worn and have reached to the end of their useful life due to the pure life, pure fit, pure quality. And the size chart for all sizes of the tested product, which the customer must provide to us, is crucial. Based on this chart, we select a suitable model from our model database. The model's body measurement must correspond to the measurement of the relevant size declared by the applicant by our customer.
Okay, let's also talk about the results, Dana. How are measurements presented in the final report?
Measurements are taken on the product at defined points in accordance with the product dimensional table provided by the applicants, including the dimensional tolerances that are still acceptable. We therefore work with dimensions and tolerances and subsequently include them in the report along with an evaluation testing and using the codes listed in the table in the image. The evaluation can range from fit correctly, the top of this table, through minor deviations, significant deviation to does not fit.
Yeah, and beyond these measurements, how are potential improvements reflected in the report?
Fit and proof label not only meets brands, needs to verify that products are manufactured correctly by the sewing workshop, but also benefit the sewing workshops themselves. The report directly illustrates using photographic documentation any identifies errors in product dimensions or pattern construction and suggests necessary solution to achieve the required compliance.
Mm-hmm. And one more aspect that's often relevant are there are also specific standards used when it comes to care testing of the product?
Since we are an accredited laboratory, the test procedure performed under the Fit and Proof label are accredited tests that simulate product wear during use and care. Care testing is an important part of the overall assessment, and it is based on specific international standards. You can see also the specific standard here on this slide as changing in dimension after home washing, changing in dimensions after industrial washing, skewing, peeling, and defects and changes in approach. We look at how the products behave after both home and industrial washing, especially in terms of dimensional changes. We also assess aspects like skewing, peeling, and any visible defects or changes in appearance after care. All of these tests are carried out according to established standard to ensure reliable and comparable results.
That gives a really good picture of the technical side. Thank you for that. Who typically benefits the most from this approach, Dana?
Fit and proof is relevant for a wide range of companies, especially those where fit and product quality play a key role. This includes fashion and functional apparel manufacturers, as well as workwear and protective clothing producers. It's also particularly valuable for online retailers who want to reduce returns and for private label brands that need consistent quality across their collections. In addition, public institutions with specific procurement guidelines can benefit from a more structured and reliable approach to product evaluation.
Okay, and based on that, what would you say are the key advantages of Fit and Proof compared to more traditional methods?
Yeah, one of the key advantages of Fit and Proof is that it helps improve fit early in the process, which can significantly reduce return rates. At the same time, it leads to higher customer satisfaction and fewer compliance because the product simply performs better in real use. It also strengthens brand image and trust, as the label provides clear and independent confirmation of quality. This is especially valuable in areas like workwear and PPE, protective clothing, where it can support tenders processes and compliance requirements. And overall, it's a very flexible approach that can be applied across different segments, from fashion and e-commerce to uniforms and protective clothing.
Yes, okay. So if we now take a step back and look at the bigger picture, what makes Fit and Proof particularly valuable for companies today?
Yeah. If you look at the bigger picture, Fit and Proof helps companies tackle some of today's key challenges: durability of textile products. It improves fit quality and durability, which leads to fewer returns and higher customer satisfaction. At the same time, it supports companies in meeting growing expectations around sustainability and product lifetime. And with independent validation, it also builds trust and transparency. So overall, it helps company create better and more reliable products.
Okay, so by now I think that gives a really good overview of the topic. Thank you very much, Dana, for all of your explanations. I will now hand over to Saha.
Thank you both for this insightful conversation. Let's now see what the questions we have from the audience. Good, it seems that we haven't received any questions yet. If you have any questions, you're still welcome to ask them in the chat now. I will wait some
Yes,
2 or 3 minutes here.
give some time. That's good. Super good explained, Dana, I think.
Good. Thank you so much for your engagement. Let's take a look at the first one, Dana. Our first question comes from Kirakia Kialuru. How many samples will you need per style and in how many sizes?
Yeah, regarding the amount of samples, we need to test the product also after washing. So it means that we need the measurement performed for the new sample and then after washing, and also we need some samples for testing peeling test, stirring test. If the client would like to have also color fastness, like color damage to perform. So we need for, and also of course the testing fitting the real model. So from the one size, one model, we need 4 and 5 samples. And regarding the sizes, it's really up to the client, but usually we need the smaller size and also the bigger size for testing.
Thank you, Dana. And Andreas, our country manager from Greece, is asking. He said, I've been asked to present a parroting of our final test report.
Yeah, regarding the final test report, as I showed you, I can go to step to our presentation and to explain the better the reporting. Yeah, in the report you will have, of course, the measure result of measurement, and you can see this table. The result of measurement will looks like this, and we also put there, we have some codes for evaluation, fit and proof. And it means that if it is empty, fits correctly, because the client have to send us some chart with the right dimensions, and we have to compare with this table of for sizes, for exact size from the client. So then we can put like empty, so it means fits correctly, and this other quotes means like too short tight, or not existing, or slight fitting faults, clear fitting faults. So we put there these codes, and of course in the note in the report we explain to the client what does it mean, each of these codes. And then we also put there the some pictures, like real documentation, how this product fit to the real models. And we also put there some changings in the workmanship. So it means that it is not only like that we will show to the client that this garment is not fitting good, but we also recommend them what they have to do for the better fitting of the product.
Good, thank you, Dana. There are no questions anymore. But if any questions come up after the session, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We will follow up. Yes, as we wrap up today's webinar, we hope you found the session insightful. And a big thank you to our guests, Dana and Miriam, for sharing their insights with us today. And go to the last slide. And of course, thank you all for joining. Okay, there is another question. Sorry.
Yeah.
How long would you say this whole process takes?
Yeah, since we received the sample from the client and all other documentation, so it could take until 1 month.
And the next question is, what is the duration of the validity of fit and proof? Is there any need for renewal from time to time?
This fit and proof label is issued for the exact model. So it means that if the client will use the same work, same commission workers and commission workshop company, and if they use the same material, so there is not any limitation. But usually this certificate we will issue for 1 year, of course, and it's really also depends on this. If the client will change this workshop commission, or if they change some material, so this has really influence of this fit and proof label.
Good, thank you, Dana. Yes, there are no other questions anymore. So yeah, thank you all for joining us live. The replay of this session will be available soon on this event page and on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for spending your time with us. Have a wonderful day. And yes, we hope to see you again next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Sahar. Bye.
Bye-bye.